You, we talk about the morning after pill. Actually, the morning after pill is nothing more than a birth control pill. So if birth control pills on the market, the morning after pill. So if you're going to legalize birth control pills, you can't separate the two. They're all basically the same hormonally. But once again, the question is, if you voted for Planned Parenthood, like the senator has, you voted for birth control pills. And you literally, because funds are fungible, you literally vote for abortion because Planned Parenthood gets the money. Oh, I'll buy birth control pills, but then they have the money left over to do the abortion. So that's why you have to have a pretty strong resistance to voting for these bunches of bills put together. Planned Parenthood should get nothing, let alone designate how they spend.
Senator Santorum.
As Congressman Paul knows, I oppose Title X funding. I've always opposed Title X funding, but it's included in a large appropriation bill that includes a whole host of other things, including the funding for the National Institutes of Health, the funding for Health and Human Services, and a whole bunch of other departments. It's a multi-billion-dollar bill. What I did, because Title X was always pushed through, I did something that no one else did. Congressman Paul did. I said, well, if you're going to have Title X funding, then we're going to create something called Title XX. Which is going to provide funding for abstinence-based programs. So at least we'll have an opportunity to provide programs that actually work in keeping children from being sexually active instead of facilitating children from being sexually active. And I pushed Title XX to accomplish that goal. So while, yes, I admit, I voted for large appropriation bills, and there were things in there I didn't like, things in there I did, but when it came to this issue, I proactively stepped forward and said that we need to do something at least to counterbalance it, A. B, I would say that I've always been very public, that as President of the United States, I will defund Planned Parenthood. I will not sign any appropriation bill that funds Planned Parenthood.
Senator, go ahead.
John, this demonstrates the problem that I'm talking about. There's always an excuse to do this. Now, Title XX, I don't know whether you inferred that I would support Title XX for abstinence. No, it would cost money as a program. It's not a program of the federal government to get involved in our lives this way. If you want laws like that, maybe to say, but the federal government shouldn't even be spending money on abstinence. That's way too much more. I don't see that in the Constitution anyway.
Just a brief comment.
So while, yes, I admit, I voted for large appropriation bills, that as President of the United States, I will defund Planned Parenthood. I will not sign any appropriation bill that funds Planned Parenthood.